larger at work. I decide on my painting size by the use of already preconceived cut mats and frames from the store. So it helps me plan a piece. So I'm using 16 by 20 mats. I'm working in probably an 11 by 15 space, planning, having something like a 9.5 by 13.5 opening to work with. So I got to work a little bit beyond that. So what I do is I have something that I have at work as a guide. I bring my work up to the proportion I want, and I do an outside tracing. And what I do is I use the tracing for the outside, and then I just do maybe a couple of marks on the inside, and everything else is freehand. I do all my work on tracing paper first. Everything's done on tracing paper. So I can position my bird or whatever subject I'm painting in my space without having to touch the paper at all before I paint. So even though I am kind of cheating a little bit with the tracing, everything is freehand on the inside. All the lighting is decided upon. Sometimes I'll use some of the lighting from the photograph. Sometimes I'll change it completely. The direction it's coming from, the ambiance, whether it's sunny, whether it's cloudy. If I feel from my field experience what I'm feeling, then that's how I decide what I'm going to do. So what I do next is I have my block. This is the paper I use, 140 weight arches. I love blocks because you don't have to worry about anything. It's going to sit flat when it dries. And so what I do is I quarter off my paper, so I have a horizon line and a center point. And I never put anything center. I never put a horizon line in my center. So I always play with it until I see something that I like in the position that it's in. Now for this particular one, because the photograph, it was sitting on a particular branch that I didn't like, because I study these guys in the summer when I work at camp, I see them all the time, they sit right out on the ends of the branches of the tree that don't have any leaves, little dead snags, and they're so easy to see because they look like a little nub on the end, in the sunlight or not in the sunlight. So that's what I try to create, what I had remembered from the summertime, because I watched these all summer. So that was part of the painting as well. All my field experience goes into my paintings, so each one that I do has a lot of spiritual feeling, and it also is a lot of remembrance from my field experience. So it all comes into play when I paint.